Good day. Hope you're well. Welcome back. Today we've got War 10, and we are going up against the 5th ranked alliance in this war. Number 43 against number 5. I think you could call it a mismatch, but I think we're going to make the most of it. That said, for me, when I start to face some heavy competition, I get amped, and this war pumps me up. Let's get into it. First up, we've got Kingpin on 7. In this war, we are again going to use Hulkling in this fight. Now, Kingpin's a tactic defender, so we got to be cautious about how much we crit. We also know that he is going to shrug no matter what. Now, the nice thing is we figured out earlier this season that you can hit through the block and it will not trigger the damage reflection. And that's kind of going to be the process in this fight. I'm basically planning to beat him back, keep him from getting me in the corner, play around the damage reflection, not give him much prowess because I'm not going to be hitting him that much. And we're just going to take this fight nice and slow. You can see he's kind of cooperating. We're going back and forth, but ultimately, this is a very safe fight if you play it correctly and make sure that he does not get you into the corner. Right now, we're trying to line up a SP2 and he clips me, but boom, we get to do it. Now, of course, on the first hit, he goes straight into a shrug and we reflect a bunch of that damage, but kind of knew that was going to happen at some point in time. Knew I was going to pay some potions at the same time. We're not at risk in the fight. And I couldn't justify bringing a team around Kingpin for this war. It didn't make much sense, so Hulkling it was. And that said, this is about to be done. We're going to beat him down, move on to our next fight, in which we do not need to be nearly this careful. You can see there the majority of the damage was from the damage reflection back, not a surprise. And next up, we've got a Havoc on 16. Now, essentially, these nodes mean nothing to Havoc, so this is a Warlock versus Havoc with a tactic, so you can imagine how this fight's gonna go. I know I say it about once per war, thank my war planners, etc. I don't think you can get a much safer fight than Havoc versus Warlock, or Warlock versus Havoc, I should say. Because this is what we do. I mean, he's gonna hit power drain on his non-contact hits. We knock him down, whatnot, doesn't matter. Of course, I missed the dex there at the SP1 just so you guys can get some more mediocrity out of this channel. Listen, I aim to please. I've been straightforward from the beginning. This fight's about to be done. You can see. Get that famous Warlock SP2 and we're on. Now on to one of my favorite matchups, potentially even safer than Warlock versus Havoc. We've got Hulkling versus Penny here on 33. None of these nodes inherently benefit Penny, so this is straightforward. What are we doing? We're going in with Hulkling, we're taking on Penny, and we're gonna smash. Take it nice and slow so our shapeshift charges can build up pretty quickly. We don't want to just be hitting for nothing, right? Gotta get some time. Go slow, do it right. Here I make a mistake. I go ahead and throw the heavy and intimidator right as I wanted to throw the SP2. I just figured, you know, intimidate and infuriate, they're pretty interchangeable. At least that's what we've seen. So I figured she'd probably throw it anyway. Here we are lining up our SP2, and not only can we throw it, but we basically have safety to go dash in because we're unblockable. And it has begun. This is the cycle that shall end the fight. Being super safe. I've had my share of deaths this season. I would like to avoid them for the rest of it. And yeah, no more trying to dex out of stuff like that. I'm just going to take it on the block and potion up. Now the fight I was secondly most worried about. This Danny Moonstar, and it's really just because I Tigra Danny, and it's similar to the hurt mentality where when you get used to fighting things with one champ, you kind of don't think about the problem or how to tackle this thing. So because I fight her with Tigra so much, I don't really know how well she works. I let her throw the SP1, I dex, I miss, I counter, I Tigra, you know how it works. But it turns out that Danny's not much of a defender, especially when you've got Warlock here. We're going to get into that battleground style rotation where we're not even really gonna let her gain power. I don't think she throws a special in this fight. And really the only danger in Danny is if you hit into her block while she has illusion charges up, she will falter you. But if you can keep that gone, you're good to go. You see what we do there. We throw the big SP2 and then boom. End that fight with a 50k heavy. Man, Warlock's a beast. And now the fight I was most worried about. America Mysterio sitting here on the power efficiency. I don't like fighting her on regular nodes. She gets into that mix, gets the specials going. She's not gonna lose power. If she throws heavy, she's gonna be a pain. Let's just get in this bad boy and see how it goes. So it starts bad off the bat. I miss the parry and she goes right into throwing her heavy. Oh my god, great. Why am I not surprised that this is how this fight would start? But you know, it's not unexpected. We're gonna regroup. She's gonna start throwing specials. I try to parry it there. Of course I miss. Now, first mistake, I forgot about the falter, and praise the Lord, she just happens to throw her special when I go to miss, and she misses me. So we're all right. Now we put on a power boost for this because my officer and I agreed that we wanted to get out of this fight as quickly as possible. So I push her here. I know I gotta dex this SP2, and unfortunately, I really get thrown off by the spacing because I'm on the wall and just take it. But I keep my wits about me, I get the parry, and I throw the heavy. I do that because I know it's gonna stun. I've got power back boosts on, and I'm just hoping and praying that I'll be able to get back to that SP1. I do, and that kills her anyway. Now that would have started a 200k damage cycle, but man, she almost got us with that SP2. That's exactly what I was worried about in that fight. But now the main event, the 7-star rank 2, 1 million health Sasquatch boss. By this point in time, we don't have an opportunity to win, but that doesn't matter. We're amped, we're boosted, and we're going in trying to get this solo. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Now the crew was nice enough to give me some pre-fights. I got the Mr. Fantastics up. Those will help a little bit. Don't last too long because I can't really counter him with a heavy, nor do I really want to heavy with Hulk because after 5 Furies that would trigger his Gamma Rage. We want to avoid that because the goal here is to work our way up to the SP3, put the big physical vulnerability on him, and then beat him down. Now there has been a video circulating recently of this getting done in 60 seconds, and we could have been close in this fight if I had thrown on suicides. I opt not to do that. I don't play with suicides commonly. I prefer to keep my health. So we're just going to take this one, and the goal is to solo. We're not trying to set world records here. Initially, it works out perfectly. I'm at my SP3, I got 14. He just entered Wrath. I'm just waiting to trigger this bad boy, and right there, I make a mistake. Now, I thought I hit him while he was still unstoppable. But turned out it was frame by frame. Man, I barely missed him. So I throw it. It seemed I still got the big physical vulnerability because as you're about to see, damage. Big yellow numbers are coming out. Hulk's hitting like a tank. And we are in our first damage cycle of this fight. And man, Hulk's impressive. My intercepts are less impressive, but that's exactly why we throw an in-ball boost on, because, you know, mistakes can get made. It's not a big deal. Throw big SP2. It's a nice, beautiful number. Not quite as big as the reason you clicked on this video, though, for the thumbnail, is it? And we just finished our first damage cycle. So now, it's straightforward. We're just going to bait specials, build our Furies up, and the rest of this fight's going to take a bit longer. That's why I say if I had put suicides on, that probably would have ended there. But now we're just going to chip him away. Now you can see that regen is out of control. I take a SP1 on the block, which, in case any of you forgot, will stun you. And we just building Furies up, slowly but surely. We don't care that he's regenerating. We know he's going to do it, but it doesn't matter because once we launch into our damage, we're going to put debuffs on him and stop that. And honestly, I don't think it would matter anyway because Hulk is a machine and he does damage. We're getting close to launching back into our final damage cycle, and we're just chipping along, waiting for those Furies to get up to 15, put the big physical vulnerability on him. I think I'm gonna push him up to his SP2. Yeah, we wanna bait that bad boy so we can just go in and do our work. And that work's about to start. And here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're doing damage, doing all right. Hit that intercept. And then I'm gonna vex that SP1 and miss that intercept. And I decided I've had enough. And I think Hulk was with me because he does this. Done. That's a 1 mil Sassy boss down. Took a few minutes. Fight was never at risk. Bigger suicides, that thing gets done soon. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go. Like I said, we weren't in position to win. Congrats to Nothing Impossible, 5th ranked alliance, but we gave him a good shot. And now jumping into War 11, we've got the Gods of War. I'm more of a Lord God of the Heaven and Earth myself, guys, so we'll see how this goes. Up first, we got a Valkon 7. That's the damage reflect if she purifies. I was nervous about this fight to start, but then one of my guys in my alliance reminded me that Valk is metal. So I'm bringing mags in this war, and we're just gonna mags this fight. And let's just hope she doesn't purify. If she does, we'll beat her back so she doesn't get us in the corner. Easy game, easy life. Again, we are not messing. We're trying to dex out of specials. We're gonna take it in the block, and we're gonna potion up. This is 2 wars left. We've got this one, then one last one. We're in a good position in Platinum 1, and we want to lock that up. No more deaths is the goal for this season. And she's playing along. You know, we're going to parry, we're going to heavy. She's going to throw specials. This is going to be Mag's play, right? And this is why I don't like playing with him that much. It's just, it's safe, you know? So we're almost to the special 3. We're almost to the payoff. She keeps throwing that SP1. I actually wanted her to go to SP2s because it would be quicker. But we'll ramp up a little bit. Let's end this bad boy. And she doesn't even come out of the SP3. Now we've got to drag him in on 16. And as you can imagine, I'm still a little sensitive after what happened with Valk earlier this season. I got Torch with me this time. Steady, dependable, melt him down Torch. I've got a Maw coming up later, so I'm trying to figure out where to use my pre-fight. And I realized that Maw's a 6-star R4. So yeah, easy decision. But this fight's not tricky. You know, again, just don't knock him down. Keep the power gain off of him. Let him hit into the block. Build some smolders. Melt him down. And even 7-star rank 2 Dragon Man ain't much thing but a chicken wing on this thing with Torch. Let him hit the block. Get the ineptitude. Get that willpower going. Save some potions. Let's get it. And you can see, man, this fight's quick. Done. Rank 4 Torch. Let's go. Will I rank 5 him? I don't know. You tell me. Now to why we have mags on the team. We've got the Weapon X here on Hazard Shift. We took this fight earlier this season, died to it the first time, came out victorious the second time. What will we do today? We're gonna learn from our mistakes. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna come in, we've got ourselves a good process, and we know what the issue here is. He's gonna get aggressive. So we push him back. Get into that block. We don't wanna build his charges up. And we're just gonna push him back, let him build up slowly. Push him back. And then let him go unblockable. And then we're gonna wait this out and try not to be a scrub, which we do unsuccessfully. But thankfully Mag's tanky enough. We'll back it up, and now we can get into it. And from this point on, this fight's effectively over. Pushing him back. Building up prowess, getting to a point where we need to launch that SP3. We're gonna try to get this SP2 out of him, build up some prowess, and here we go. Let him bleed out. Try to stay back. Not be scrubby again. Do ourselves a disservice, get a debuff up, but it's okay. We don't pay any price for that. And now to the Maw on 33. Maw does not benefit from anything on 33. I don't know that I've fought anyone who has. So this is basically just a Maw. And just to make sure we don't make any mistakes, and really for the next fight, which I was very concerned about, we put on the invul. But you're gonna see we're gonna do okay here. Torch is gonna do torch things. You know, in the land of 7-star rank 2 Maw, 6-star rank 4 Maw just isn't that scary anymore. Now we do want to try to push him to the SP2 first, just because we don't want to risk him going double special ones and giving us the degen. Okay, we're trying to save some potions should we need to use torch again. Don't want to risk the dex, and it's time to end this fight out. Love that torch SP2. Love that guaranteed stun. Love the Nova Flame. Love the end of the fight without a death. Let's go. To the fight that I was most worried about. This Atuma sitting here on 43. I have to knock him down or he's going to have 75% damage reduction. I'm not great fighting Atuma. I know Atuma can be a pain. I know Shuri's a great counter to Atuma, but I'm nervous, very nervous for this fight. Did some duels, thought out a process, and then I'm just sitting here in the cycle. I think it was Oakley from LVT, the Oakley cycle. Check your booze, check the node, check the booze, check the node, go back and forth. I'm nervous, but we finally go. Now, the goal in this fight is never to parry, to make sure we have an armor up buff anytime we would hit him with a guaranteed crit, and to make sure that we keep his damage reduction off. And so what we're going to do is we're going to SP1 spam like you would in any fight, and we're going to SP1 spam when his protection's coming back. It doesn't do any debuff shrug, anything like that. So we basically just want to keep putting shocks on him to keep that hydration down and drop the SP1 anytime that his protection's coming back, and you're gonna see just how well that works. I definitely was worked up about this fight. I was concerned about this fight, but as you can see, Shuri's a monster. This is rank 1 Shuri, who just this very day went to rank 2. Can't wait to use her in war. She's gonna make very quick work of this and end it almost full bar. Easy game, easy life. Rank up your Shuris, ladies and gentlemen. There you see it. We get the victory over the Gods of War. Puts us at 8-3 on the season. Effectively locks us into Platinum 1. There's one left. We want to finish this thing out. No deaths. Strong for the Alliance. Lock it in. Let's see where we can close this bad boy. Until next time, peace.